Khubor nakaslem jong unong san Hima.
State TB Cell hapo ka National Health Mission Meghalaya kalapanlong ya kajing ya kando lang jong kilat Pathai Khubor banya kren ya kurukom long rukom man jong ka Jingpang TB bat ka jingtmu ban pindo jat no ya kate ka Jingpang ya kate ka program lapanlong ha ka arkulai terek ubanai jelio arhajar arpuar ha Presbyterian Church of India Lashume Shillong daga jing dan ringkat lang jong Ram Kumar S IAS MD National Health Mission Meghalaya kinong thok Khubor bat kibe ginong tray sarkar kibala ajing kran ha katay gasngi gilong Ram Kumar S IAS ka Dr. AJ Renja kabare ka Assistant Program Officer State TB Cell u Dr. M Mauri ubade State TB Officer State TB Cell Meghalaya bala yo ka jingplaru na ki arnot kisamna kibala ko lakya na ka Jingpang TB Kajingtmu kabala pelong yang ketika workshop kalang Pynsngewthuh padba Halor ka National Tuberculosis Elimination Program daga jingkarsan nam jong gilat Pathai Khubor. Haba ajingkran ha ketika program u NHM Mission Director Ram Kumar ulong baki padba ki kensting yang Jingpang TB gomba ki shimkhya ya Jingpang COVID khatkhandai. Ulong ba jingtmu kalang banrat dingkhong ya Jingpang TB napo ka jala Meghalaya house nam arhajar arpusan.
Areas. That's why you see lower middle income areas and urban slums and rural slums. These are the ways we find that TB is a very fast spreading disease and poor people are the ones getting affected. Because of that, we are not able to give enough attention. And it is a very serious killer. Even in the state's disease burden profile, TB is one of the top killer. Malaria, we were able to sort it out. Malaria was a big killer for Meghalaya in 1990s and all. All of you must be knowing. We treated malaria in a very, very decentralized and community-based manner in Meghalaya, and we were one of the successful case studies for the entire world. We had started screening at the ASHA level, rapid diagnostic test was given to ASHA level, they were able to even start the treatment at ASHA level. Even till today, 65-70% of the treatment of malaria is starting with an ASHA worker. That decentralization, community level work had actually helped us to eliminate malaria to a large extent. In terms of malarial deaths are very, very few, 3, 4 to very low deaths from compared to hundreds of deaths which we used to have. In TB case, we have substantially reduced the deaths and all. We have reduced in terms of things, but the attention is somehow coming down. We need to keep the attention going. So in the last 6 months, 8 months, we have given extreme attention to tuberculosis. In fact, every Thursday we used to have a review meeting, and Tuesdays or Thursdays we used to have a review meeting with all the state and district levels to see, are we able to increase the screening? Are we able to increase the testing? Are we able to increase the people put on treatment? Are we able to increase the recoveries also? So it's a very, very important thing, and we have a national TB elimination program. Target has been set as 2025. For Meghalaya, it is quite an achievable target because we have some certain inherent advantages in which we can work with, and with that advantage, we should be able to put this forward together. And it's very important that we engage with the media regularly so that they know about it and they can also recommend it. So that's why this campaign becomes extremely important. I'm again thanking the union and our TV team to putting this meeting, because you will be able to bring the seriousness and take it to a large community and this thing, and particularly because now the social media is so evolving and so fast. So many news are required. If you don't give enough attention, things go out of memory. So in that sense, this becomes a very important program. We can do this possible. We can make this possible in Meghalaya. It is very easy to achieve. Most of our districts are on the way to do this, and we'll be able to do it. East Kasi Hills is where we have a lot of closed communities living together. It's a very little vulnerable areas for us. We have mapped them all and we are doing regular exercise. Thanks to COVID in one way, it has brought for us TB also back to attention in Meghalaya. We have put now the testing facilities previously in Meghalaya used to be only at very few district hospitals, not everywhere. Today, all the community health centers in Meghalaya has TB testing facilities. We have put those machines in all the CHCs. We have done it more than CHCs. We have more than, I think, close to 16 machines now, 65. More than 65 machines from a mere 12-13 machines. We have increased 5 times to that so that we can test quickly, because the microscopic tests will take, it's not really.
Because of the COVID situation, because of the pandemic, to some extent we have missed the focus. Instead, we have been focusing too much on COVID, which we should be, because as we are aware what is the impact of COVID in our state in the last 2 years. So, but now again, of course, during those days also treatment was going on for the TB cases. But now we have with the so hard this time, because we know that the challenge is very big. To go for elimination for TB is really a challenge. We know that only the health department, only the NHM will not be possible. We will need the coordination of all health department among different activities, as well as other department, allied department like social welfare. Even we have engaged with the NRLM also, and most important is the public has to be empowered with knowledge. If the public are not empowered with knowledge about this disease, it may be very, very difficult, because as you know, although the disease is curable, it mainly affects the upper lobes of the lungs. Of course, it can affect any parts of the body except nail and hair. So these are the signs and symptoms of TB. Coughing for 2 weeks or more, fever for 2 weeks or more, persistent fever, and weight loss, night sweating. Sometimes you may have a blood stick in the sputum also. That is also a sign and symptom of TB. Next, please. And TB lungs is considered contagious due to ability to spread. Okay. So how does TB spread? It spreads through the droplets nuclei produced by the TB patient when he or she sneeze, cough, or talk. Use some important tools which are more effective and more we send there, so that we know which medicine can still be given to the patient and which medicine which cannot be given anymore. And again we go for culture. Suppose we suspect a patient to have TB, but still when we test we found that the sputum is negative and we do not find any bacteria. Then for that case, if we strongly suspect, then we send the sample, the sputum, or maybe not only sputum, maybe fluid also, you can send for culture. Culture means we grow the organism. So the preventive measures against TB. Number one, all of us know, I think we might have received also BCG injection. But this BCG injection is given soon after birth or sometime even before 1 year. But preferably it is given soon after birth. This vaccine actually prevents the child from getting a severe form of TB, like meningitis or biliary TB. Okay? So for adult, I think very soon we may get the vaccine for adult also. So it becomes a major disease that causes sufferings besides deaths, as about 14 people die every day because of tuberculosis. It's frightening just to think about the numbers of people who died and suffer from it. There's very ideas of fears has not only entered people's mindsets, but also caused an indifferent approach towards most of the TB patients. Many of the TB patients suffer severely because of social indifferences towards them, as they are being treated indifferently and sometimes in an impulsive way, which is very bad. The lack of proper information and ignorance of the masses about the disease have caused myths to evolve where most people believe them to be true, even though there was no scientific proven yet. So, coming to my side, being a TB patient myself, I stand here before you to testify about my experience with tuberculosis. Going back in the times, I was diagnosed with TB not long ago. I started to show my symptoms in 2015. My struggle with TB had been 3 long years of my suffering. I began to lose weight, and in accordance, I became fragile and thin. Many people who knew me were concerned about my weight loss, but I was too afraid to tell them about my situations, fearing they will cast me aside and judge me. I remember when I was in my final years of college, and medically they recommended me to skip giving my final exam. The fact was that I could be a potential carrier and a medium to TB spread. From my side, I wanted to give the examinations badly,
The reason being that my family cannot pay my educational expenses if I have to start my college from my first years again. Since at that time we had some financial crisis, as having TV, none of the family members can make ends meet. When I reached out for help from the principals of the college, I went to that times. Sir gave me an opportunity by making me write my final examinations in a separate rooms away from the rest of the students. Somehow I barely passed the exam, and till this day I am thankful for the college and the principals in being ready to help me with my conditions. I am also thankful to all the doctors who took care of me and for giving me a green pass so that I can attend and continue my master degree in NEU during 2016 along with the treatment. During my treatments, I was not the same individuals I was before tuberculosis happened to me. The stigma from society and people I am in contact with had made me withdraw inside my shell to block people out and shut everyone off, which made me, or I have further drift into a depression. Many helpful hands reach out for me. I start overcoming my fear. The support I get from my family, relatives, and friends have lessened the burden. The medical teams and treatments have been successful.
Kami sabi at ngayon ay kami Jingpang TV pelong bahan program mereka kan sini kurs ada sekolah teknik school. But hakan pun ada bantas yang ini Jingpang hanya saya pastor lagi Dr. Hima latest siya di hospital siya. But hantai di Pathai na ayaw. But ada wali mana dawati, adu bangan badak yang mereka urus jauhi dawai. Kemudian kita ada makan ratio mereka dawai na PHC sebenarnya bangi dan badak adu ada. Dia balik kunda kita dia kabar bang, sansan spa, ingkar sebenarnya, memang lau benar itu bangan badak. Kaya, nadubas lang halong kabasang si, ba't nalay, laga jenggesh, kung laga jenggesh lagat sa ublay, baga jirong, nala, ba't kanda biya kanina kaway, ba't dakabang abang, higit chingang pati hipay, ba't hadu alang, hadu ya kanina, jingkot jingkya, hadu ini